Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know that I feel good. Doing things I never thought I could. Smiling in the mirror, I look good.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. I am so excited for another powerful episode of Real Talk. If this is your first time joining us, get ready. This is not just another webinar. This is a full-on conversation about real challenges, real strategies, and real actions you can take to elevate your business and better serve your clients. So for those of you who don't know me, hello, my name is Abby Welts. I'm the National Director here at Homes for Heroes, and I have the privilege of being the host of these conversations with some of the best in our industry. We have a real treat for you guys here today. It's going to be absolutely spectacular. But before I go ahead and introduce our guests in just a minute, I want to take a moment to thank you for investing in yourself, investing your time with us here today, investing in yourself, investing in your business, and investing in your future. The purpose of this show is to help real estate and mortgage professionals in the ever evolving real estate world, right? Find ways to adapt, to take action, and to actually implement things that are going to help you thrive in 2025 and beyond. And this conversation is going to do exactly that for you. We want to help you walk away with actionable insights and things that you can implement immediately. So before I introduce the guest, a couple of very quick housekeeping things for you here. I want you to get as much value as you possibly can from this next 60-minute session together. So here's how to make that happen. Number one, there's three things. One is to be present, right? I know how easy it is to multitask. I've got three screens in front of me. I got my phone going on over here, all of the things. Give yourself permission to fully engage right now. Take lots of notes, but don't overwhelm yourself. Pick just 1 to 3 things that play to your strengths and your business that you would actually enjoy doing, and pick those things out and jot those down to implement right away and start building and creating that momentum. Okay. Number 2, I want you to use the chat feature. All right. This is one of my favorite things that we have about doing these webinars is that you can use the chat feature as a way to network with one another, right? It's not just a one-way conversation. We absolutely want to hear from you. So you can drop in your aha moments, your key takeaways, your questions, of course, and just connect with others. Let them know where you're tuning in from, right? And maybe a little quick intro about yourself. So get those fingers on the keyboard, use that chat feature like you are networking at an open house or a networking opportunity event that you're going to. And then last but not least, I touched on this just briefly a moment ago. If you have questions, throw them in the chat. We're going to integrate those throughout the entire conversation that we're having with our very special guest. And if time permits, we will have a Q&A at the very end. All right. Now, with that, I am absolutely thrilled to welcome someone who is not just an industry powerhouse, but also a dear friend of mine that I truly admire. She's the Director of Corporate Engagement at Exit Realty Corp International, a national speaker, a mentor, and a passionate educator who has spent more than 23 years in the real estate industry helping professionals grow and succeed. She was named a 2023 RISMedia Real Estate Newsmaker. And if you've ever had the privilege of hearing her speak, you know why. Her energy, her insights, and her genuine passion for helping agents leverage technology and tools are unmatched. One of the things that I absolutely love about her is her heart for helping agents not just learn new strategies, but actually implements them. She doesn't just talk about technology, she makes sure agents are using it in a way that truly impacts their business. Her motto is agents who dare to continuously learn and improve their process will always outpace those who don't. And today she is here to help you do that very thing. So pop it in the chat. Please help me in giving a warm welcome to the one and only Annette Anthony.
Hey, thank you so much. I'm blushing a little bit over here. It always makes me fidget when someone is talking about, what you're passionate about. It just is. I'm here because this is such a very special organization that you represent and all of you are a part of. And speaking from a daughter, right? My father served in the military. He was in the Army. My husband also served in the Army in Fort Knox. We have a daughter who is a pediatric nurse, and my daughter-in-law is an ER nurse. So Homes for Heroes is quite special. So it's an honor to be here with you, Abby, and your people. I have thoughtfully prepared for this opportunity, and I hope that everyone has a pen and paper, whether you're a brand new to the industry as a rookie agent, or you're a top producer, or everything in between. We have something for you to apply today. So thank you for having me.
Oh, well, I definitely appreciate you being here for sure. I love your hero background and how much that touches your life throughout it as well. Um, do you have anything that you'd like to share as more of an introduction? I mean, I know I've known you for I'm not going to share how long, but a very long time. But for those who don't have the honor of knowing you, you want to just give a quick intro and history of your experience in the real estate industry?
I started in early 2001, and what I discovered is I love helping agents. I love helping people. I was a teacher in my previous years for kindergarten through 8th grade. I was an English as a second language teacher, and I just love teaching. But what I discovered in real estate is that agents just aren't loved enough to be walked through how to apply the technology. And I believe that real estate has been, absolutely impacted by technology. Their lives have completely become disruptive since I can remember, since the industry probably first began. And what agents struggled with, I mean, raise your hand if it's true, at some point during your real estate business, it's hard to adapt to new things in technology. Not everyone is adaptable to technology, and they can become fearful. So that's where I really saw an opportunity for me to pour in my teaching skills and teach agents through patience and love and respect, teaching them how to use the tools and resources to be successful, and surrounding them in an environment where they can be successful. They could be vulnerable, Abby, and come into a training where we have hands-on. They bring their laptops and their mobile devices, and we walk them through how to do something. It's not talking, they're actually implementing. And that's where I believe is the game changer. And I'm so passionate about that. Throughout my technology career, I was with a company called Sharper Agent, which is a CRM system. They were then acquired by Market Leader, and then I worked for Trulia, and then Zillow, and then it was Exit Realty who tapped me on the shoulder and said, what do you love? I said, I love serving people. I truly love the technology portion and helping agents apply it into their business. And Tammy Bonnell at the time, she had said, well, what if you could do what you love, but just do it with us? So that's where I'm at. I love serving our exit agents. I've been doing it for the last 10 years.
I love that. And you do it so well. I have seen
Thank
you
you.
speak multiple times in front of small and large audiences alike. And it is, you touched on this right now, just shortly ago about it's not just about learning and hearing, it's about doing, right?
Right.
It's coupling that between learning and then actually taking action. I'm so excited for this conversation today. I know we're going to be covering three key areas. You've got some bonus material that we're going to share with people as
Yes.
well, which I'm really excited about. So we're going to get into things like maximizing your opportunities and connections. In this industry, they call it lead gen. I can't stand using the term lead just
I
because they're
know.
people, right? Let's
Yes.
humanize this a little bit. So, really maximizing your connections that you've got, enhancing client engagement for sure, and then streamlining and scaling a real estate business, which we could talk for days on these topics. I know.
Yes.
But we won't. We'll keep it to an hour, I promise.
Right.
So let's knock off the first One, let's get into really maximizing opportunities and connections. I know you talk a ton about the importance of truly connecting with people and doing it intentionally. What does that actually look like in today's world and market, and how can agents do it effectively?
So, connecting with people, you have to do it with intention. You have to give them resources that they want. And speed is absolutely very, very important. One of the things, so please take some notes because I've got some nuggets for you that are important to understand. First of all, you need a compelling, I believe, what do you do and where do you do it? When people ask you, so what do you do? Most agents will say, well, I'm a realtor. I'm pretty sure we could spice that up a little bit so that people really take, wow, tell me more. That's really the intention. And what I did was before, we had this session, I went to Chat GPT and I came up with some, really bold and innovative ways to say, that you're a realtor, but to do it differently. Okay. So, for example, maybe you say something like, I help people navigate the biggest investment of their lives. Is that better than saying I'm a realtor? For sure, right? You could say, I help people navigate the biggest investment of their lives. I've got another one. How about this one? I help people move up, move on, and move in. Right? Punchy, right?
I
Let me do
love
that
it.
one again. I help people move up, move on, and move in. Imagine practicing that over and over again. So now it's your mantra when people ask you, so what do you do? And it just rolls off your tongue naturally. Here's another one. I turn houses into homes and clients into friends. Now we know that you guys that are watching, you do that, but you don't articulate that, right? And saying, well, I'm a realtor, that doesn't convey that you turn houses into homes and clients into friends. But if you said that, it would definitely get people to lean into you a little bit more. Here's another one, something for more like the investor, focused professional. How about this one? I help people build wealth one property at a time. So I help people build wealth one property at a time. And then what about humor? Could we have a little fun in real estate, Abby? Come on.
Oh yeah.
So how about I help people swipe right on their dream home, right? So you could definitely have fun. And these are some things, right, Denise, that you can go to Chat GPT and you can type in, give me some punchy, memorable responses for when people say, what do I'm in real estate. So this is strictly coming from Chat GPT. So I thought I'd have some fun with that with you guys that you can share. Because saying, well, I'm a realtor, it's just not, we want to make sure that you're memorable, right? The other thing we need to be aware of is that according to statistics, 93% of leads anticipate a response within the hour. Now, can you guys guess what the average response time for real estate agents is approximately?
Oh my gosh, I'm scared that you're even going to share it.
It's 15 hours. Come on, you guys. 15 hours is the average response time. It's not very good. So here's what we do at Exit Realty. We create a platform. It's called the Exit Ad Center. And what it is, it's a digital ad strategy and it integrates our listings and our agent profile. There's copy that's already written with proven keywords and they can use AI to help them to build their other tools within so they can stack their technology within the Exit Ad Center. And also lead engagement, right? Connection, human engagement. So we also provide a couple other tools like our mobile business card, which is a digital business card, and our My Smart Sign technology and digital business card, or sorry, always on the go and they always have their mobile devices in hand. So it's important to look at what are some of the key tools that you're using and are they helping you while you're on the go? Because that's where relationships always spark. And you want to use those on the go technologies so that you can, make that moment linger after you've met. But there's other things that you can use too, like Canva. So Canva has amazing AI tools. In fact, there's 10 AI tools within their platform. They have you can certainly sign up for Canva on the free version, and you also have the paid subscription. The paid subscription, you guys, is so affordable.
Mhm.
It's just such a great tool that you can't be tripping over dollars to pick up pennies, right? I've heard that from one of our speakers before. You want to make sure that whatever investment you're doing is going to help you grow your business. And Canva is definitely one of those great tools. They have things like Magic Design. They have Magic Write. So it'll help you write copy. They have a Magic Erase. So it pulls items out of a picture. So if you have a beautiful listing and there's a mattress on the side of the house that you want to get rid of, right? It just takes that mattress right out of there, Abby, which is really great.
Yeah, that's
So
cool.
so it helps you create without having to outsource, which is important. The other is, and we talked a little bit about it already, is ChatGPT. Utilize it to craft your message. And just the other day, I was talking to one of our agents who said, I just don't know what to ask it. So that right there told me, wow, they believe that you need a specific way to speak to ChatGPT in order for it to spit out what you want it to do. And that's not the case.
Right.
ChatGPT is so conversational. I love using it. And as it gets to know you, it's going to help you have better conversations using different sentiments. It's going to help you create content that's hyper local. Ask it, give me 12 things that I can focus on for my specific area for the next 12 months. Like, it's going to help you create that hyper local conversation and even help you create a content calendar and so much more. And ChatGPT is such a great tool. The other to help you with maximize lead generation is one that you can't do without, and that's using a solid CRM system.
Without a doubt.
So many agents will say leads are crap. And they're right if they don't have the proper technology to follow up with those leads. A phone is not a CRM. An Excel spreadsheet is not a CRM. And if you want to take your business seriously, I hope you do. I know you do. That's why you're on this call, is having a proper CRM is so important. And many of you probably already have one, but maybe you haven't utilized to the fullest extent. My hope for you is that this year, right now, this week, that you lean into the CRM system that you have. Contact your support for that CRM system and say, look, I've been paying you for the last 10 years. It's time to get real and time to start using my CRM like it should. They want you to use your CRM too, so that they have happy customers. But I'm telling you, if you do one thing, this is it, your CRM system. And the reason is because you don't have the capacity to remember all of the details. You just don't. Reminders of when to remember stuff about your people. That is how you're going to wow your clients this year. Think about if you see something, or let's say you have a conversation and they mention something about, something important to them. And then the next time that you're on the phone, because you added that detail into your CRM, you mention it. Hey, the last time we spoke, you mentioned your concern about this. How are things going? You're going to wow them because you cared enough to remember. And that's what your CRM is going to do for you. So those are my key things to maximize lead generation, Abby.
Yeah, I love that. You touched on so many golden nuggets. Your three ones that I know are accessible to everybody: ChatGPT, Canva. I saw Brian was in here, Derek was in here saying that they use both of those quite frequently. And then having a really good CRM are all great points. I know from a ChatGPT perspective, it can be so much more than the language component of it. I love how it does think differently, and its skills for using words extremely intentionally to grab people's attention and whatnot is incredible in and of itself. But you can use it even as an admin if you don't have one on your team to organize your calendar, to say, I have to do these 3 things this week. Can you come up with a schedule for everything that I've got to do? And it'll populate that. You even mentioned the
Yes.
content calendar for you too. So
You know what's
incredibly
crazy?
powerful.
And what's crazy is that, at the beginning, well, actually in October of last year, I asked ChatGPT, what am I especially good at? Like, I am asking a computer, what am I really good at? And it gave me a bunch of things and I felt really good about myself. And then I said, where are areas of opportunities that I can improve? You know, those hard questions, you guys, but you want to know so that you can improve. It gave me so much insight that I just was completely not aware of.
Mm,
So it was, I encourage you to do that today. Ask it, what am I, where you, especially good at, and what areas in your business and personally maybe, but what areas in your business can you improve? And you'll be so surprised by what you say, for sure.
I love it. And from a lead gen perspective, too, people constantly think about new lead gen, new contacts and introductions and all that kind of stuff. And I think there's a really great area between that where having a CRM can lean into your current client base, your sphere of influence, all that kind of stuff. I so want to have a petition to do away with the term past clients. I don't think they should
Okay,
ever be past client. Do you refer
right.
to that as your doctor, right? Well, I'm a past patient of theirs. Like, no, like they need to be clients for life. So please take Annette's challenge, right? Progress is a game changer. Even if you just
Mm,
got 15 minutes on your calendar, 15
yes,
minutes once a week to move something forward, that's really how you're going to build that momentum and have this be truly impactful. So whether it's 15 minutes playing with ChatGPT for the first time or 15 minutes researching what on earth CRM even stands for, it doesn't matter. It can be anything that you want to do. Just move that progress forward step by step. So
I love
totally
it.
doable.
I love it. I mean, and if you're a Terminator, if you've ever seen Terminator, anybody ever seen the movie Terminator? Like you have to be really good to robots, right, Brian? Because robots are going to come back. And if you're, I have a nickname for my chat GPT. Its name is Brainstorm Buddy. And I'll say, "Good morning, Brainstorm Buddy." And it responds to me like we're having a real. It's crazy. And when I get a really good idea or I'm inspired by something, I always say thank you because you never know, Brian. They're going to come back in this world, and you want to be good to the robots, right? But Abby, I want to give your audience just a few more takeaways as we talk about this topic before we
Yeah,
move to the
absolutely.
next one. So, if you want to convert more leads, you guys, here's the magic one. Get those pens ready. If you want to convert more leads, here's what you need to do. You need to call them back within the first 60 seconds. When you when you get a lead notification, when you get a notification that someone's engaging with your technology, you want to call them back within the first 60 seconds, not 60 minutes, not not 60 days, okay? Within the first 60 seconds. And the reason that is because statistics show that when you do within the first 60 seconds, your conversion rate increases, Denise, by 391%. Now, I'm going to show you the app that you could do that with. You guys ready? Look at the screen. It's called the phone app, okay? The phone app, it comes standard issue on everybody's phone, right, Brian? This is where you make a phone call. Some of you are like, do I have that? Yes, it's standard issue with your phone. You can call these leads back. I'm sure you know this. Look at somebody says hardy har har. Yes, right. It's true. You'll see a phone number come across your phone screen. And you're like, I don't even know who that is. I'm just going to let it go to voicemail. No, you are in this business to build relationships, right? Even if it's a wrong number, you are there to build relationships. So answer that call, return that call within the first 60 seconds. That right there, because we heard 15 hours, you guys, is the average. We gotta level up for sure. The next thing that I want you to share, Abby, with your group is a script. We had a really great Techinar, which is a webinar about technology. We do it on the fourth Wednesday of every month at noon Eastern Standard Time. So check it out in the chat, you guys. They're going to drop it in there. It's a script from one of our Techinars. It's great. Rob DePiro, he's one of our exit agents, and when we have these Techinars and we feature a guest, like they share what they're doing. They're not just going to generalize, well, this is what I do. No, they're going to tell you exactly what they say and how are they following up with their leads. So I looked back on this document and I was like, you know what? This would be really great for your audience, Abby, because it's good. Now, some of it may or may not be applicable to what each of you are doing, but I'm telling you, it will definitely give you pause and think, you know what, maybe I can incorporate some of these ideas when you're following back with your lead. So that script was so good. And then be sure that, you take the script and make it your own, of course. And as you're collecting like information with while you're talking with this person, you want to be sure that you add that information to your CRM, that you follow up what their name is, when they're thinking, where do they currently live, what are some of their goals. Put that information into your CRM. So important. The other is, I mentioned it, our tech and ours. It's on the fourth Wednesday of every month. It's open to the public. You don't have to be with Exit Realty. We believe in sharing information. So you just go to our Facebook page, which is Exit Realty Corp International, and you can hop on our tech and ours. You can also go to our YouTube channel, which is Exit Realty Videos on YouTube. And we have a playlist, and it's real estate tech, it's technology for real estate professionals. And there's like, I think 60 videos that you can already start to binge watch. So go check those out, but you're always welcome to come. Those are open to the public. And then I also have another document, you guys, where look at somebody says that they received a referral from Florida. Awesome. So here's something else that we're going to drop in the chat, and that is 50 questions to get to know your connections. This is something that I put together for our Exit Nation because I had run across some agents who said, I just don't know, like, what are some of the questions that really will help me get to know people? They're kind of an introvert, right? So they needed a tool to help them. So I'm like, you know what? Let us put together something that you can use. So I want to share this with you all as well. So go to the chat and grab the 50 questions because it's 50 questions about a lot of different things. And again, take what you know, like take what you discover and make sure that you add it to the notes section of that contact in your CRM. Okay, Abby, we'll go to the next section.
Okay. I love all of those things that you just shared. First of all, thank you for the 2 bonus materials. Jenna
Yes.
has dropped those in the chat for you guys to go ahead and
Cool.
see, download, definitely put them to use. I've seen all of them. I think they're absolutely extraordinary. And it is all about collaborating over competition here. The more that we can help one another,
Yeah.
the more that we raise the bar in our industry and the better we all end up doing and serving our clients for sure, which is the whole goal of this webinar. So, all right, moving on. The next topic we were going to talk about is really enhancing client engagement. You've dabbled in this a little bit with putting things in CRM so that you
Yeah.
can personalize it to them. But what do you think are some of the, let's go on this side first. What are some of the
Yeah.
biggest missed opportunities when it comes to engaging with past and potential clients, and
Yeah.
how can we improve?
Okay, you guys, let's turn up the heat. I've got more things for you. I believe the biggest thing is that the people that you have in your database, you don't really know what the value of that individual is. You really don't know. And this is something so important that I learned when I became a certified mentor for Buffini and Company.
Hmm.
It's this formula where you get to discover what is the value of your database. Now, here's an example. My husband Brady, he was gifted this huge painting. Where is that painting? Okay, right. We moved from Arizona to Kentucky, so I know it's in the garage. But in Arizona, this painting, it's the Green Bay Packers. Okay, I was an Arizona Cardinal fan, still am because that was my hometown. But Green Bay Packers, this was like a 3 foot wide by 5 foot canvas painting. Now, you have to really be a Packer fan to really want to display this in your house. So, what did I do? I was like, great, let's stick that in the closet, okay? Until we figure out a great place for it. Brian's like, not in my house, right? So, here's what so we stuck it in the closet. A friend of ours, had seen the painting and said, hey, that's a signed painting. And he researched it. This is like a $5,000 painting.
Wow.
So what did I do? I went back to that said closet and I took out that painting and I wrapped it in like blankets and plastic. Like, why would I have done that? Because I had a distaste for that painting when it first came into the house. But what changed? What changed, Abby, about that painting?
The value.
The value changed, right? So what did I do? I behaved differently about the painting. So I want each of you to walk away with a strategy so that you can discover what is the value of your database, because there is one. And I'm going to walk you through on how you can identify the value of your database right now. So get pen and paper. So let's just pretend you have 200 people in your database, or 200 people in your database or in your phone. 200 people. I know you know more than that. But just write down the number 200, because here's the deal. To determine the value of your database, you have to understand that for every 12 people in your database, you can expect 2 referrals, okay? As long as you're staying in consistent touch with your database. Okay, when I say a touch, how many times, Annette? Well, if you're in touch with your database 18 times throughout the year, you can expect 2 referrals for every 12 people that you have in your database. You don't need thousands of people to lug around in your database to feel like, oh, I've got a lot of people, I should get a lot of business. It's not the case. You have to be in touch regularly, 18 times. You might be thinking, oh man, I can't do that. I've got something for you in a minute. Here's how you determine the value of your database. You take the total number of people in your database, okay, and you divide it by the number 12. So you divide it by 12 because we said for every 12. And then you take that number after you divided it by 12, and then you multiply it by 2, because I said you can expect 2 referrals for every 12. So let's put some numbers to this, okay? So on your sheet of paper, let's suppose you have 200 people. So write down the number 200 and then put divided by 12. Okay, so you take 200 divided by 12, that's 16. All right, and then you take the number 16 and you multiply it by 2. So that gets you 33 referrals. So out of the 200, you can expect 33 referrals from people who know, like, and trust you. But the key here is you have to stay in consistent touch, right? Now, let's figure out the value. So you've got 33 referrals. Now, in your market, what is the average commission check? Like, what are you bringing home in your market? So with every transaction, what's the average? Okay, so here's what you're going to do. You're going to take 33 referrals and you're going to multiply it by the average commission, the average, the dollar amount for in your market. And then that will give you the estimated value of your database. You guys, here's what I know. Once you see that number of the total number of people in your database, you divide it by 12 and then you multiply it by 2, and then you have your total number of how many potential referrals, and then you multiply that by the average commission in your market. You guys, you will never you're going to look at your database like I looked at that painting. You're going to look at it with different eyes and say, you know what? I have such great opportunity here, and I need to do a better job of staying in touch. We all know that, yes, we should be staying in touch, but until you show that value, that's a game changer. Now, 18 touches, you're probably thinking, yikes, how is that even going to happen? So we do have a document that we're going to pop into the chat. You guys, this is my 18 touches. And it's not as difficult. You're likely already doing this with some of your people, just not consistently with everyone. So I'm talking about, like, what if you had a newsletter that goes out every month? And I'm not talking about, hey, it's time to winterize your gutters. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a personalized, fun newsletter that tells people what you're doing, what you're enjoying, who are you serving, right? And what are you looking forward to? Those are the things. Tell me about the market. What's exciting about the market? What do I need to know? So that right there, if you did a newsletter once a month, that's 12 touches right there. So could you accomplish 18? Without a question. But in the chat, check out, I've got 18 touches. It's just a PDF document that's going to inspire some ideas too.
Yeah.
Also, what I would recommend is, for further client and connection engagement, is what I call my 8x8 social media engagement strategy. So it's an 8x8. So what is that? 8x8 is like what I dedicate by 8 o'clock in the morning. I want to connect intentionally with 8 people. Now, it could be 9 people by 9 a.m. It could be 10 people by 10 a.m. Or it could be 12 people by 12 noon, whatever it is for you. But you've got to put that into your calendar. Otherwise, it's never going to get done. So when you intentionally reach out, so 8x8, by 8 a.m., I have to connect intentionally with 8 people. And I'm not talking about, just liking a comment or, just liking their post. I'm not talking about lurking on social media where you're just kind of looking, you're just thumbing through. I'm talking about being intentional and asking them, Jim, when they posted about a promotion, or they posted about a concern, or they posted about something they're excited about. I want to ask them a question like, what are you going to do to celebrate? Right? What is it that I can do to help you during these difficult times? I want to be straight up intentional with people. I want to ask them questions. I might even just go right into their instant message and then be more intentional and have that conversation with them. But my game, if you want to gamify it, my game is I want to do that with 8 people before 8 o'clock in the morning. Think about that. If you do that 7 days a week, because you're already on social 7 days a week, right? Imagine the number of people that you would be engaging with. That's a lot of people. So, and what you're learning about them on social media and how you're engaging, make sure that you put that sentiment into your CRM and attach it to that person that you're engaging with. That's going to be a game changer for you guys. Yeah, I've got those 2 strategies, Abby.
Oh, I love it. And especially not just like you said, liking, right? We're all spending time on social. You might as well take the extra 30 seconds to either type up a comment or throw it in their DMs, and have a conversation. Social media is a beautiful thing, but it's not about likes and followers. It's truly about the opportunity to connect with
Yes.
people and how many doors that can open for you too when you have that true, meaningful connection with others. I Amazing. I love the 8x8 idea. I had never heard of that one before. Um, but what a great way to knock it out and get it on your calendar. I cannot
Yeah,
stress that enough. I know you mentioned that, but if it's not on there, it will not get done for sure.
exactly. Yeah.
Um, Anything else that you wanted to touch on with
Yeah.
social media and video? Kind of, I mean, it's ever evolving, right? I find new stuff in our Facebook group that we have, even in Homes for Heroes, all the time with new features and all that kind of stuff. So, what strategies do you see working best for agents on social and with video marketing right now?
Yeah, so you have to be intentional, right? So you've got to really touch on what people want to see and hear. So how do you accomplish that? Well, you ask people. So I want to challenge each of you to ask 10 people in your closest circle, and ask what they want to know about, what's important to them, what concerns them about real estate that they would really appreciate receiving from you, where they don't have to chase the information. You can deliver that as their real estate advisor. So ask 10 people. What are some of the things that are important to them? And you can add that to your social media strategy. And don't forget, you can always juice it up by going to Chat GPT and typing in kind of, just some further sentiment or further details that you want to hash out about those. But also you want to leverage blogs for content. So what you find exciting, you want to share that. Or if it inspires you, you want to share that with a client. We have a blog called realestateindustrileaders.com. It's open to everyone, and we have a lot of great articles there that you're welcome to share. But with a video marketing strategy, Abby, listen, I've been doing video for a very long time, and my first videos were terrible. They were terrible. So you just got to get over those first, right? But I want to give you a strategy that's going to help you become better at video. Now, I can see a lot of faces on video right now on Zoom. How many of you don't like how you look and sound on video? Raise your hand. Yes, I got some head nods. I got Irma. She's proud. She said, yep. Now, look at Brian. Listen, the way, you have to get over that, because the way that you look and sound on video, that's how you are in person. And people love you anyway. They do. The videos are not for you. The videos are for your people, and they love you. Like, I have done videos, Abby, where I've had actually I was drinking one of those power protein shakes, right?
Yeah.
And when I shook the bottle, like, I hit my lip. So I had like this real generous fat lower lip, and it was my day to do videos. Did I reschedule my videos? No, I just did them. Nobody noticed. Like, what's up with the fat lip in that? Nobody noticed. So when we have the fear of doing video because we don't like how we look and sound, I want to give you a strategy that's going to help you. And you're going to be able to do this all the time. And that is a thank you strategy, or a thank you project. So what does that mean? It means the people that are special in your life. All right. They're doing things for you, with you. They support you. I want you to start sending them thank you videos. All right. So you talk to somebody on the phone and you had a business conversation. Follow up with a video message that just says, "Hey, I want to thank you for your time. Jim, it was nice to speak with you today. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. I appreciate you. Make it a great day." Like, that's it. Keep it 10 seconds or less. That's it. Could you imagine, Denise, you're talking with maybe a business partner, your lender, your title representative, and you had a great phone call, or they just gave you an update. Practice with a thank you strategy where you just on quick video say, "Hey, hey, say the person's name. Hey, Abby, thanks for your time. I appreciate the update. If I can do anything to help you, be sure to let me know." Could you see yourself doing that, Denise? Yeah. It's a lot easier than we think. We just have to get out of our own way. And a simple thank you will give you better practice of hearing your voice, seeing yourself on video. And I'm going to tell you that the person on the receiving end, you're going to get them right in the feels, because it's better than a THX, thanks text message. A video is like, if you want to wow someone, that's the way that you do it. So do a thank you video. And then another strategy that I've seen happening is, where you've got the just sold, right, picture, the post on social media. I'm saying don't do those anymore. Instead, schedule a Zoom. Look at Brian. He's like, yes, schedule a Zoom meeting with your clients where you get to ask them, what was it like to do business with me? What are things that I did that helped through the process? How did I help you, through this whole ordeal? And if you knew someone who's thinking about, choosing their next realtor, what advice would you give them about working with me? This is a straight up Zoom meeting that you can have with your client who just closed a deal with you. And in their own expression, in their own words, they get to share what it was like to do business with you. That right there is going to give you way more bang for your buck, because you can use that video, which it takes the pressure off of you, Abby, because it's not you being the highlighted speaker. It's really about your client sharing their experience with you. So I would say, if you are thinking about doing a just sold post, opt for the Zoom meeting where you can record it. And then that video, now you could use it for your next potential seller, your next potential buyer or investor, that they get to hear from people who did business with you and they enjoyed it very, very much. I believe that's going to be a game changer for the agents in 2025.
Love that so much, because there's so many, like, my head's reeling right now with different ideas and how you can use that, because you can grab little snippets of their answers for each of the questions and use those to push out in different times on social. If you wanted to, you could put it in your newsletter as additional content as well, where you're getting that testimonial too. And there's just so many different things that you can do with it, but it is truly all about coming from your clients or being a really good storyteller too. And that just having that moment, doing it on Zoom where you're doing it together and you're not asking your client to, "Hey, could you record a video for me?" type thing. Like, it's a legit conversation and so natural and so easy. Definitely, definitely doable. And you guys, this is one of those 18 touches. Schedule it a week or two after that they've moved in or moved out, because we all know that's a hectic time. You just got one of 18 knocked out already right there. And you can use it in so many different ways. I love that. Any other key takeaways for client engagement that I might have
was
missed?
good. I think that's going to give them more than enough.
Okay. All right. Last but not least, streamlining and scaling a business. Technology can really come into play here and be a game changer, whether it's automation or whether it's making you not have to spend so much time on things like ChatGPT, which you already shared about. So what are some of the smartest ways that agents can use systems and automation to free up time while still delivering that really high touch personal experience?
Yeah. So one thing, we listen to our people. They always give us, cause to be better than what we are. We're constantly improving what we're doing. And one of the things that we launched in 2024 was our exit workflows. So workflows are very important. So whether you're using Asana or Jira, there's all different types of workflow platforms that you can use. And basically what that does is it just streamlines processes so that it's consistent every time that you do it. So we did that. And the difference with our exit workflows, it integrates our agents' information, their listings. So, and it also includes triggers. So if there's for example, if a new agent comes on board, the exit workflow is triggered and it automatically connects that agent to a specific workflow where they know exactly what to do and when. And what it does is it eliminates eliminates newer agents into our brand to have to ask questions like, okay, now what do I do? Or what's the next step? And the same to be true for just listed, or maybe it's a new lead that they received. There's a specific process that's followed. So it's consistent and nothing slips through the cracks. So that for us has been really important because agents don't want, it's frustrating when they don't know what to do next. And you want to keep that consistency, with every, new lead or every listing. That's very, very important. The other is our agent success plans, which basically it's a document that showcases all of the tools and resources that we have. The reason why we provide it to our agents is because we don't want them to not utilize all of the tools and resources, right? Where if they go through the agent success plan from start to finish, they would have implemented everything. So you need to look at what are some of the resources that each of the participants have right now. Like, are there tools that are provided to you that you're not getting maximum benefit from? And those are the tools to assess, to lean into, maybe the ones that you are using, but you're just scratching the surface. Like, there's so many agents that I've spoken to across North America that they're provided a lot of different tools, but they're not utilizing them. They have like a core of a few things that they're using, but if they just added, or if they leaned into what they have and excelled in using them better, and then added a couple things that they're provided as well that they've not taken advantage of, that right there will help them with their business tremendously. And then onboarding our franchisees. One thing that we just added is, we've been in the industry for over 28 years, and yet we still discover new ways to do things better. And we just came out with a new program to onboard our new franchisees, and it's going to help us, really improve, because here's what we know: what got us here isn't going to get us there. So we're constantly looking at what are we doing and how do we improve on that? And for each of your callers, you need to do the same thing. Where are my strengths? Where are my weaknesses? The tools that I have available, the tools that I've paid a subscription to, it's important to do a self-evaluation of those so that you can streamline your business better, for sure.
Mm. And that is so key and pivotal in any business, right? Doing an audit. Now is a
Yeah.
great time to do it. It's kind of quasi the start of the new year. It's
Yeah.
a couple months in. But now is a great time to look into what systems that you currently have, do an audit and assessment of, are they getting you to where you want to go? Because you do have to change and do things differently to get different results.
Yeah.
You can't keep doing the same, which you mentioned. And if they are, figuring out ways that they can enable and help you even further by learning them better. Because chances are they've developed things within the last year. They've got new tools that they've launched, all that kind of stuff. There's always new releases coming out where you can leverage them even more to help you achieve your goals and what it is that you want to do. I want to challenge people too in thinking about this, because not everybody is as big of a checklist system process girl. Like, I know you and I both are, but it can be a simple checklist as well. Think about the things that you're doing multiple times, either a day or a week. Those are the things that you need to have a workflow or have a process or have a checklist for. It's very, very easy. It helps you not have things fall through the cracks as well, and keep your service level up. So automate what you can, but look at the things that you're doing multiple times throughout the day or the week or the month, and get some processes in place for that. That will help you scale without a doubt.
I see Christine nodding her head like, yep. So good.
We all know it, right? It's just,
Mhm.
again, take that 15-minute time, and that's what you're going to bang out this week, and then
Right.
move it on to the next one next week and build that momentum for you. I know we've only got 9 minutes
Yeah.
left. Do you want to talk about any content marketing or email campaigns or maybe some tools that people can use to do them right? You touched on it a little bit earlier with making sure your content's good in there and a little bit sticky to
Yes.
resonate. But what should agents focus on to make their messaging truly resonate with their people?
Yeah, so we talked about asking your audience, right? Ask people that know, like, and trust you what's important. That's very, that's a great start for you to do that. But again, that CRM system that's right up at the top. If you want to build better relationships, that's the way that you do that. Because if you don't, your chances of a predictable, successful business is slim to none. Right. For those who have a CRM system and you're organized and you're staying on top of your relationships, you already know how important that is. The other to help is workflows, whatever you're using. So whether it's Jira or Asana, those are great tools that anyone can use. Also, for to help as well is digital tools like Dropbox are a great way to stay organized. Google Docs, Evernote. I love Evernote because it keeps all of my notes consistent on all the different technologies that I use on desktop or on my mobile device. All my notes are there. That really helps as well. And then templates. If you have great pieces, there's no need to create new. Use those templates. They're your friends, whether it's an email template that you use consistently as you're welcoming new people. Use the same template, just change out their names, of course. Marketing materials that you enjoy using. Templates are very important. It's going to save you a lot of time. And then your social media posts. You can always repurpose those on different platforms so that you can reach different audiences. But a CRM system will also help you with those campaigns and
Mhm.
those newsletters. And it's going to show you who's opening up those emails and who isn't. I especially love the ones who don't open emails, Christine, because I get to pick up the phone, right? Use my phone app and say, hey, Christine, it's Annette. I've noticed that, for the last few months, I haven't seen you open up my emails. And I just want to make sure what email address, is the best for me to use because here's the one that I have. And they'll always say, you know what, the one that you have is one specific for work and our firewalls, nothing's going to get through. So let me give you my personal email instead. Like that right there has absolutely changed the trajectory of helping me build better relationships just by simply looking at open rates. So yes, it's important what you send. It's important to help build, but those open rates, you guys, you can't possibly know if people are opening or your emails or not if you don't have a CRM tool that's helping you track that. So make sure that you do. And for those who are opening up your emails, that's a great way for you to pick up the phone and give them a call. And then after you're done with the phone call, to let them know, hey, I saw that you opened it. What did you like the best? Those are really easy calls. And then after you connect with them, here's something that I have all the time here at my desk. I always have handwritten notes.
Yep.
Always right here at my desk. And I always keep stamps. That way there's no excuse, right? Whether they're international stamps or local US stamps, I always have stamps. I refill, constantly so that I don't have to stop and say, oh, I'll just add it to my list to do another time. It just doesn't get done. It
No.
makes it really easy to have those, with me. So, that'll definitely help you. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love it. Love it. There's another tool that we use quite frequently here at Homes for Heroes, at least, called BombBomb, which is it combines, right, video
Yeah.
and CRM
Yes.
and all the things that we've been talking about. And you can use templates too, which is so great and
Yes.
still make it personalized to that
Yes.
other person.
I started using BombBomb when I was a teenager. No, no. I started that was a platform I started using BombBomb, and I had thousands of video emails there. Now I'm using Dub. So dubb.com, so good. I believe it's like the next step to, with all the different integrations that you can do, like you could literally put your videos right into your email, newsletter. You can also use it as an app, which I know BombBomb does also. It's a great tool, but I really do enjoy using Dubb.
I love it. I'm gonna have to check it
Yeah,
out for sure.
yeah,
Anything on the go, right, that you can just carry with you and do quick stuff with, which is
absolutely. Yeah.
amazing. All right, well, 4 minutes left just to wrap it up. Um, if you could, let's do like your key takeaways from this. If you could give
Yes.
agents one simple and powerful action step to take after today's conversation, what would that be? And then any key takeaways you want them walking away with from this.
Okay, guys, one thing. So who you surround yourself with matters. They're either going to push you or they're going to pull you. So who you surround yourself with really, really matters. I'm so fortunate to have some great people around me, leaders that I aspire to be because they make me better. And they have no problem, coming to me and saying, hey, here's where I can see some improvement. I love that they're honest. They want the best for me. So it really does matter who you surround yourself with. And of course, take one thing from today, but don't just keep it and use it for yourself. What I would say is absolutely apply it, but I want you to then share what you applied with somebody else so that they too can apply it as well. It's almost like a pebble in a body of water, right? The ripples that you create when you toss that pebble into a smooth, body of water. I want you to be that ripple effect to other agents because I'm sure you picked up one or two things from this session, at least I hope. And when you apply this into your business and it changes the trajectory, like that's my hope for you. But I want you to share it with someone else in the industry because so many agents out there are deserving of an opportunity to do business with more clients. So I would ask you to do that. And even maybe take a selfie. You're in a session right now with Homes for Heroes. You're like, oh, but I don't have my hair done. Don't worry about it. Like you took time out of your day to be on this call so that you can learn how to be a better you, so that you can provide better service to your clients. Don't keep this a secret, right? I want you to make sure that you let people know that you're building a better you so that you can, really deliver that exemplary service to other people. So every time that you do something like this in a webinar, or an office meeting, I want you to be sure that you share, hey, I was here today because I'm growing and I want to be better. And this is why I stepped away from my business to do this. Don't keep it a secret. And then if I can be a resource to you, just text engage, ENGAGE, to the number 85377. If there's more explanation of what I shared today that you need some clarification, you're more than welcome to reach out. I believe I'm a friend in the real estate business to all types of agents, all type of brands, and I'm just thrilled for this opportunity. Abby, thanks for having me.
Oh, well, I really appreciate your time on that. And so I've got a full, you guys, I talk to this lady all the time and I still have a full page of notes. So I hope you guys took the time to jot things down too. Before I let you go, Annette, I do see one question in the chat. They're wondering what you put in the handwritten notes. And I think this has to do with a lot of us always trying to overcomplicate things or just not knowing what to do or say. I've received notes from you, so I know what you put in them, but
I do. So look, guys, I put seeds, right? I put seeds in my note cards with just a little, it always has to do with growing, right? Like I love to help you, I love to see you grow. I'm seeing you grow, let's grow each other. Let's build together, just a little package of seeds. That's really it. The note might just include something like it has to pertain to the conversation. You're going to get a handwritten note, Abby, that just thanking you for your time, thanking you for your support, thanking you for being, that person that I can go to. Thank you for whatever it is. I love handwritten notes. A lot of times people overthink it. Some people even outsource it, and that is the death right there. If you outsource this, don't. Simply because people know the difference between a digital a handwritten note than a handwritten note. And people say, but I have terrible handwriting. Good. It
Perfect.
just shows them, could you go to Chat GPT and say, what do I write for? And I have used this, especially for sympathy. Like sometimes I'm just so twisted, I just don't have the words. But my brainstorming buddy, how do I write, a sympathy card for this? And it's going to give it to me. Can you condense it in a sentence or two? And it does that. So that's a really good tool. But just your authentic self in your handwritten note. That's it. People will always go to their pile of mail, right? And they'll go to that handwritten note first and let that be the note to you. So I'm sure you know somebody that has made a difference in your life. I want you to send them a handwritten note. Maybe it was Abby who, you've been inspired by. Send her a handwritten note. Maybe it was a spouse or significant other. Maybe it was an adult son or daughter. Write them a handwritten note. So good.
I love it. I love it. And we've got people in the chat. Christopher, way to go and take that selfie. Post that outside of our Zoom meeting. Post it all over social. Rock star. I absolutely love it. Annette, you're extraordinary. I cannot thank you enough. Thank you for your time and your wisdom and sharing with so many to help us elevate our industry together collectively. Real Talk next time, you guys, it's a couple weeks from now, third Wednesday of March. I believe that's March 19th. We'll have Christy Fox Satsky. I have a really hard time saying her name. I need to practice that before the next session on with us, but they'll be spectacular. But Annette, you're a wonderful human being, and I could not appreciate you more. So thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
All
Bye,
right, you
guys.
guys make it a great day.